A good-paying career in aviation doesn't always require a four-year degree. In fact, aircraft technicians can make six figures, and they play a key role when it comes to keeping planes safe and ready to fly. But the industry is really struggling to bring in new workers there. NewsNation's Mills Hayes is at the Aviation Institute of Maintenance in Chicago. Mills, experts say the airline industry could soon be short tens of thousands of these types of techs. How much of a concern is that at this point?
That's right, Alex. And have you ever experienced a flight delay or a flight cancellation because of mechanical issues? Well, it could actually become much worse of a problem. But here at the Aviation Institute of Maintenance, these students get to work on all kinds of planes, including ones like this one, where you can see the cables inside here. But all of these cables connect to the front of the plane, which kind of helps control where the plane goes. Some more cables that are here as well. This one is outdated, but they still are able to work on more modern aircraft. You can see some of those other engines behind me. But next year, the shortage of these aviation maintenance technicians could be much worse. In fact, it could be up to 7,000 by next year, and it could get even worse with more than 60,000 aviation maintenance technicians in demand by 2029. And there are several factors that are contributing to the decline in aircraft mechanics. The global financial crisis of 2008 and the COVID-19 pandemic put incredible strain on the airline industry, causing layoffs, hiring to slow down, and leading some mechanics to retire early. About 40% of aviation maintenance technicians are over 60 years old, according to the Aviation Technician Education Council, meaning that the need for more workers is greater, with more retirements expected soon. And to make matters worse, there has also been a shortage of instructors for these aircraft technician programs, particularly because they tend to pay less than the actual mechanic jobs. But that's where AIM comes in. Their 21-month program prepares future technicians for the licensing exams they need to enter the industry. Many of the professors here are AIM graduates themselves, choosing to leave the workplace to educate the next generation of aviation professionals. And they tell us that anyone can become an aircraft maintenance technician, and the job can change lives.
Over the next couple of years or so, there is going to be a major decrease in AMTs in the world. What we're doing is making sure that these guys are ready for the industry. They're at their dream jobs, working at a place that they maybe not have thought was a possibility before. But the most important part you will hear often, they don't have to worry about the price of milk. They don't have to worry about a carton of eggs to feed their families or the vehicle that's going to get them back and forth.
And Alex, if you want to know just how in demand these jobs are, there are sign-on bonuses anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000 for people that are starting out. And as for the salary, people that are just getting out of school can make anywhere between $70,000 to $100,000, depending on the job. Alex?
That was a lot more than I was making when I came out of school, so it sounds lucrative. Sounds helpful. Maybe we get some more new recruits out there. Speaking of which, what are schools doing to try to attract that new talent?
Well, the big thing here for these schools is outreach. So they try to work with a lot of the local high schools, including Chicago public schools, who they partner with to go out there and speak with students about this career even existing, because many students don't even know that it does. That they also have students come in and check out the schools and the planes and kind of what they get to do. And they get to partner with some of the airlines as well, including American, United, British Airways, and several regional carriers. The airlines will actually send interested parties their way to get certified, and when they're done, AIM sends them straight to the workplace with everything they need to get going. And let's say that you get through the 21-month program and decide that aviation just isn't your style. Well, the certification you receive actually prepares you to do maintenance on a slew of different kind of vehicles.
You can do planes, trains, escalators, elevators, wind turbines, NASA, NASCAR. Like I said, it gives you the foundation where you can go in with any mechanical, physics, and airframe basic knowledge and complete any test, and you should be able to pass any test that any job gives you.
And AIM has schools around the country, 15 of them. So they try to meet students where they're at. And there's a new class that starts every 5 weeks, Alex.
All right, a fascinating story. Mills Hayes, thank you very much.